Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today. I'm going to be recapping boxing for the week. Let's get into it. Chase Demore responds to Roman Fury calling him out. Tommy Fury agrees to fight Roy Jones Jr. as the co-main event on the Mike Tyson vs. John Fury card.
I said, if your father fight Mike, me and you do the co-main event.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Honestly, let's arrange it.
If they fight, me and him be undercard, that'd be out of this world.
100%.
What weight we're talking? Love it. Brilliant. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Absolutely insane. I've just done a face off with Roy Jones Jr. Let's get this stuff made, regardless of even if Mike and my dad don't fight. Me and Roy Jones exhibition. Let's do it. Why not?
Francis Ngannou knocked down Tyson Fury in round 3. Tyson Fury vs. Alexander Usyk will not take place on December 23rd. As initially planned, confirmed by Frank Warren, Malik Scott has confirmed that Deontay Wilder vs. Francis Ngannou are underway. The PFL has offered Nate Diaz $10 to $15 million to fight Jake Paul. According to PFL founder Don Davis, KSI discusses loss to Tommy Fury.
I felt like I won the fight, man. It was weird.
Have you reached any personal clarity or taken any positive things from essentially what is like a humbling?
No.
Damn!
I'm still the
True Giardi goes in on Tyson Fury and state that Francis Ngannou ruined his legacy.
He took on a debut boxer for an easy payday, and you got made an absolute mug out of Tyson Fury. He's never been in the ring, been in a cage, because he's a caged animal. He's a real dog, and you found that out in there, didn't you, Tyson? Tyson Fury didn't even show up to the press conference. How humiliated. We all know Fury doesn't like the hard questions. Put the phone down. Because when you talk all that shit about how you're going to get Francis out there within a few rounds, and you're going to make him look like a table tennis player against Novak Djokovic, and then he beats the shit out of you. And it wasn't a fluke. He'd been looking for that counter left hook from the first round. Watch it back. And when Fury did try and hurt him, he ate those punches like sandwiches. You call that a punch? You're gonna have to take more than that, son. And Fury realized that. And he realized when he was committing to try and hurt Francis, Francis was hitting him back. And it was way harder. That was the most timid, scared version of Tyson Fury we've ever seen in a boxing match. Francis Ngannou has just destroyed his entire life's work in one night. The legacy's over now. Fury isn't as good as we thought. As great as Francis is, the man's 37 and has never had a boxing match in his life. And this is what you get when you try and con the British public into paying all that money for some shit fights and what you thought was an easy fight against Francis Ngannou, and your greed lands you flat on your fucking back. You up when you picked the wrong guy in Francis Ngannou.
John Fury is still demanding that KSI pay him £200,000.
Mr. KSI, we're back in the UK. Just a quick reminder of the outstanding bill you owe me. I'm going to keep making videos, mate, till you pay. So you called bet on, not me. You know, you want to be known as something. Start with being a proper man and an honourable man. Pay your money, because I'm until you do pay.
Anthony Taylor wants to have an MMA match against Dylan Donies. In Misfits 011 is finally announced. Nams Taylor confirms that the winner of the Arms vs. Minicon fight will have a mandatory shot for the Misfits heavyweight title. Nams Taylor has confirmed that Misfits 12 will not be announced at Misfits 11. KSI talking about his sparring partners ahead of Tommy Fury fight.
Fighting big guys?
Big people, man. Like 200 plus.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's hard to knock them out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
especially
like
with the head guards
you
on
can,
and big
yeah,
gloves.
exactly. But you can daze people.
For sure.
Yeah, but like to knock people, these guys are professionals.
It's
I was
hard.
fighting professional boxers, so like.
I heard your
was
coach
fine.
say that your sparring partners would get a bonus if they knocked you out.
Yes.
So they were incentivized
Yeah, like
to knock
$5
you
grand
out.
bonus.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
insane.
man. It was pretty ridiculous. I heard it only like near the end of the camp, so they didn't tell me, obviously.
Yeah,
So I was just
that's
like,
wild.
Jesus Christ. No wonder they were trying to.
KSI says he felt like he beat Tommy Fury.
I felt like I won the fight, man. It was weird. Like, I felt like Tommy was surprised. He just didn't expect me to move the way I was moving.
I mean, you got him with one shot in the first round.
Yeah.
That I think changed everyone's minds in
Yeah,
the arena.
yeah.
Like instantly.
Bro, and I was seeing, there was quite a few people who like were hoping I would lose, like, or get knocked out, like boxing purists. And they saw that first round, they were like,
oh boy.
Oh no, it's gonna happen. Oh my god. And yeah, like throughout the rounds, I felt like, you know, I was doing well, getting the big shots off. Obviously a lot of back of the head shots.
Logan Paul has said that he would go down in weight to fight Slim. If Slim went up in weight, on Impulsive, KSI said fuck the rematch with Tommy Fury. Logan Paul found a solution to make KSI and Jake Paul friends.
So there's one way that the beef can be solved. Unfortunately, it's through a fight that will end in a tie, and then through another fight where one of them loses by 1 point.
And then they started drink company.
And they started drink company.
Slim response to Logan Paul calling him out. The winner of OJ Rose versus Gabriel Silva will face Anthony Taylor for the belt. Swarm speaks out on loss to Ed Matthews.
Headbutting the wall, bro. He started headbutting the wall, the metal wall. I looked up and said, brother, this guy is on something. Yo.
Now, cause I see the video of him after obviously.
Bro, he's sniffing, he's doing all of this shit.
Now,
I'm not talking too much.
I see the way he was just moving about, and I was like, raw.
Bro, I'm not talking too much, innit? So he's doing all of that, he's headbutting the wall. I can even hear him talking to himself. Do you know when you're just talking to yourself anyways, but he's talking to himself is a different talking to himself. He's like, my man's like, I'm thinking, yo, is this guy right, bro? Like, sounding like one dog, bro. So he's on coke and steroids, bro. I don't need to talk too much, innit? But yeah. He's gone and done what he's done. Bro, I can't lie to you. Everyone that's seen that video clocked that he did not connect to my face like that. So I don't know how I went down like that. I've got hit by Russians, Albanians in sparring. Like.
Nams Taylor confirmed Slim almost quit in the first round after a body shot from Salt Pappy but didn't. Lil Crackrow will officially make his pro debut on Misfits Boxing in 2024. Nams Taylor announced that Misfits Boxing plans to include MMA matches between their boxing events. Nams Taylor says Dean the Great's taking a break from boxing after injuries in the Waleed Sharks rematch and uncertain if he will fight in the 2024 Brazil card. Nams Taylor tried to replace Swarms vs Ryan Taylor 2 on the Prime card with Mike Perry vs Jake Bostwick, but it didn't work out. Nams Taylor asked Alex Wasabi and Ed Matthews to headline Misfits 11 against Jarvis. Simple Simon gives his thoughts on his boxing return. Nate Diaz responds to Jake Paul's MMA fight offer. Ed Matthews' response to Swarms. Roundhouse Radio revealed that Waleed Sharks team nearly threw in the towel before the final round. Dave gives his thoughts on fighting Jarvis and sends a threat to Frazier K.
The news is out. Misfits 11, main event, me versus FaZe Jarvis. Honestly do feel like I can't lose some little crybaby ass that cries about getting kicked off Fortnite.
So hard.
You might think this isn't going to be too hard for him to get the win over on me, but I'm coming in with different plans. I'm coming to fight. I'm not going to quit in the middle of the fight. I'm going to stand there and bang with him for the whole time. This is going to knock his ass out. And let me tell you something about his older brother. If FaZe K tries to talk to me like he talked to Gib over at the King thing,
It's a big nose, and I'll fucking knock him out in the head.
I'm going to smack the out of that dopey ass bag. So FaZe K, watch your fucking mouth when you talk to me. Show some motherfucking respect.
Dylan Donnies explains why he threw a microphone at Logan Paul.
Smash his face with a microphone.
Keep going where you
were
see
at.
that?
Yeah, talking about that?
Yeah, I did.
You saw the blood that poured out of his face?
I thought that was kind of mean. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw that, and
He hit me in the dick.
I didn't see that part, but I saw you
don't go
doing
for my dick.
You were fucking this far away from me, threw a mic in his face. I thought,
Yeah, you don't go on my dick.
Personally, I thought that was uncalled for.
Because I don't know where you grew up. You're a pussy.
Okay, that's not true. I'm fucking 3-0. We established that, right? 3-0.
3-0.
Adam Brooks talks boxing past, Rhino's power and recent knockout.
To be fair, my last fight only lasted 60 seconds, and for 30 seconds of that, I had my opponent trying to hug me and bite my ear off. So really, there was probably only about 20 seconds worth of boxing during that. So, you know, even though it was good to get the nerves out and it was good to get that sort of Hollywood knockout, you know, it went everywhere, that knockout, which was great. I mean, it doesn't really tell me a lot about my ability, or it probably doesn't really tell Rhino a lot about me as a boxer either. So again, you know, my background, I had 2 fights in my early 20s. I was getting in a little bit of trouble. I was being a bit of a naughty boy. Thought I was a bit of a tough guy. Got took to a local gym, 6 months training, had 2 fights, got schooled and learned the hard way. You know, I wasn't a boxer. I gave up. Picked the gloves back up 20 years later, about 15 months ago, and I've got the bug again. So, you know, we're polar opposites. For 20 years, I didn't really train. I'm a publican, a businessman, you know, wasn't really that fit. You know, I do the odd weights and whatever, but it's the last 15 months I've sort of put my nut down now, and I feel I could give Rhino a good go. You know, he says he's had 4 fights, I believe, 4 knockouts. So, you know, I want to break that chain. I want to stop him being as successful as he has been. He's obviously got a lot of power behind him. We've seen his muscles. He's an ex-gladiator. You know, man said to me, you know, I'll ease you into the Misfits. He hasn't done that at all. I think it's going to be really tough. I think Rhino is probably the fittest out of any of the Misfits roster. I'll put money on that. So his age is irrelevant. I mean, we're both middle-aged. We both look after ourselves. I think we both like a tear-up. We both like our boxing. And I think it will come together and it'll be good entertainment for the fans, hopefully.
Adam Brooks sends heartfelt plea to the Misfits audience.
I've just had a gum shield made. I think myself and Rhino, being older, sort of so-called competitors now on this scene, we have a little bit of a role to play in maybe sort of educating some of these youngsters that are out there. You know, it is a lot of young supporters of Misfits, and many of them might think it's right to carry a knife or play up, you know, and my gum shield is going to say knives down. And I want, you know, I've lost a loved one to knife crime, and it's not big, it's not cool, it's not clever to carry a knife. So my message going into this to some of these, the youth of today and the Misfits crowd is that, you know, don't pick up that knife. It's not worth it. You know, you could ruin someone's life. There's not a day goes by when, you know, 30 years ago I lost my father to knife crime. So it's a serious message, and my gum shield says knives down. And I hope if one person sees this, or one person sees my gum shield and thinks, you know what, I shouldn't carry a knife, then I've done my job for the night and I'm happy.
Fox then promises on Instagram post that he is close to his boxing debut. Anthony Taylor gives his thoughts on people, saying his fights are boring.
Definitely, obviously that belt around your waist. I guess one of the criticisms people have of you, Anthony, is the trash talk and the build-up is amazing, but the fights can be a little bit boring sometimes with a lot of clinching. What response would you have to the people who are saying that?
I mean, look, man, I win. If you have an issue with that, how about you come try to knock me off and take my belt? If not, let me keep doing what I do in the win. If you don't like it, it's up to you if you don't want to watch me or not. I'll beat your favorite fighter. It doesn't matter who I go up against. I'll do the same thing with KSI, Tommy Fury. I have styles. Certain styles works better for other fighters, you know? You know, Fred, people are jealous that I won. You know, all these naysayers, they were the same guys who said I was going to lose to Salt and Kenny. You know, when you look at the odds, I was an underdog against Salt. I was an underdog against Kenny. I beat him up. Now I'm this pro fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to stop, man. They sound like Dylan Dennis right now.
Simple Simon has boxing sparring training with Salt Pappy. Anthony Taylor called out Slim and Essen Gibb and KSI.
I guess it's a difficult situation because you just beaten Salt Pappy, one of the biggest stars in the scene. You've now beaten King Kenny, one of the biggest stars in the scene. Two very, very high-level Misfits fighters. Who's next, would you reckon?
I mean, I really don't know. I would like a Gibb fight. I would like to see what's there. Hopefully beat up Gibb. But I'll be ready if he wants to fight Slim later next year. Oh, baby! You know, it's definitely Slim, Gibb, KSI, if he ever does come back. I mean, it's only real that KSI fights me. I have the title. He needs to go down to his natural weight at 175. And it's just only right. You know, I mean, how many times are you going to keep fighting guys that's not in Misfits? Either vanquish your title or put it on the line every time you fight.
Anthony Taylor speaks on the possibility of having a boxing match against an Essen Gibb.
The Gibb fight I find quite interesting. I think that could be a good fight for you. Gibb told me off in my interview with him last March after the Showstar event when I brought you up. I think you've seen it many times.
I spoke to Anthony Taylor earlier. He called you out.
Mention the bum's name. I don't. Why? Respect me, bro.
I'm only bringing it up because he brought it up.
Respect me, bro. Of course, I'm done. The interview's done.
I was like, what about fighting Andy Taylor? And he nearly walked off the interview. So I haven't brought it up since. I don't know if I ever will again. But the Gibb fight, is that a possibility? Him making his Misfits debut against yourself for the belt?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, you can't go to Misfits and fight Salt Pappy when you lost. You can't go to Misfits and fight King Kenny when he lost. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you're going to go to Misfits and become a main event on nobody who's not a one. It doesn't work like that, Fred. If you come to Misfits, you're going to either fight two people, Slim or Anthony Taylor. Simple as that. Not Ashu Raksu, not OJ Rose, not B Dave, not FaZe Jarvis. He's either Slim or Anthony Taylor. Who you want?
Anthony Taylor wants his brother Isaac Taylor to fight OJ Rose. Or Paul Bamba.
Things very, very fresh. Will you be in Dubai in a few weeks, Anthony?
I will. Are you, Fred? Are you going?
I'm about to book my tickets after this interview.
Yeah, Fred. I will definitely be there, bro. My brother Isaac is fighting Ben Williams. He's going to fight this kid and beat him up, and then hopefully we get Isaac on the next Misfits card. You know, I would like to see Isaac fight OJ Rose or Paul Bamba, or we see Isaac fight Aaron Chalmers.
OJ Rose declines fighting Isaac Taylor. Anthony Taylor's brother, Kimbo Slicer, have a fight announcement coming soon. Rumors are going around that Kingpin are closing in on a return. Netflix has discussed streaming a live boxing match featuring Jake Paul. Alexia Grace's appeal for her loss has not been overturned. Yeti Gang want a fight with Dean the Great or Waleed Sharks next.
Will demolish both of them. You know what I'm saying? Demolish both of them.
Wow.
You know, I can say that they will run from Uncle Pisa, but it just lets you know before he fights, guys, it's either me or Uncle Pisa gonna fight Waleed first. And y'all gonna once he do fight Waleed or Dean, they're great because they're gonna have to put him against. You're gonna understand that it's really levels to this shit, and as long as you do what your coach tell you to do, bro, Uncle Pisa is gonna demolish them, and they are not on my level at all. You seen Waleed hit me a couple of times. Coach was like, don't let them hit you ever again. You see what happened? It's levels to this. I swear to God.
The PBA have provided an update on Dylan Donnie's appeal. Chase Demore's hearing has been completed, with an announcement expected early next week. Who would you like to see Neon fight if he was to join the influencer boxing scene?
Bro, if I do an influencer boxing match, who should I box, bro? Bradley Martin will be my trainer, and you're gonna be my corner.
I'll train you, but strength training. You got to get a boxing trainer.
I know. Okay, I got a boxing
Yeah?
trainer. Jack, Kai. Yeah, bro. I guess Kai is fucking.
real.
Whoa, I was about to say a word. All right, let me try. Hasbullah. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna fight a Russian. Are you stupid, bro?
Simple Simon sends a message to Dapper Laughs.
Dapper Laughs. I've just watched a video of you saying that I'm an old man and I'm shit at boxing. That might be the case, but you'll find out on the 17th of November if it is. But at least I don't have to suck off a mannequin just to get laughs off of people. Do you know what I mean?
Tommy Fury states Jake Paul congratulated him for beating KSI.
You said about Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Have you spoken to Jake since the fight with KSI personally about getting that rematch on?
He messaged me the other day and said, congratulations, brother. You know, I could tell there was something wrong with your hand, all this sort of stuff. Being extra nice. I'm ahead of this crossover thing now, and it's all right by saying because I beat the two best men in it. So whoever I want to fight next, it's up to me. And, you know, I can pick and choose these guys.
Fury vs. Gnu reportedly did 11,500 US cable buys and 56,000 ESPN Plus streams. Julie Poker reveals she was planning to fight in December until she was offered to fight Elena Vampiro on Misfits 11. Elena Vampiro goes OFF on Julie Poker.
Julie Poker, this is a fucking war. We are going to go head to head, and I am going to beat you in the ring. You will find out what I am all about. You will know who I am. I will not be doubted. I will take home that Misfits belt, and I will be the champion. There's no questions asked. I will be the face of Misfits boxing for the female division, and that's it. War, bloody war. We're done. That's it.
Oh, that's it. I really like what you said, but I'm only here for fight, and I'm waiting for the fight. I'm not waiting for talk anything more than I already told.
I see you on the ring.
Elena Vampiro reveals she only had 2 weeks of training for her bout against Fangs on Misfit 6 and spent a month in hospital beforehand. Is Simple Simon pulling out of his fight?
I went out for a run yesterday and I pulled a muscle in my calf. Just been in a physio. He's basically said if I want to box on the 17th of November, I'm going to have to rest it. And if I don't rest it, then there's a chance, you know, I'm not going to be able to box. I just don't know what to do. I don't know which way to turn, but I'm absolutely gutted. I'm going to be truthful.
KSI boxing coach Alexis states that Tommy and Tyson Fury fight dirty.
They're all recorded in the rules meetings, and we said, how do you feel about back of the head shots? Like, is that going to be something? It's a 6-round fight, like, and he goes, I do not tolerate them. We're like, cool. So we're going to make sure we stick our head in a place where we're not going to get hit when we're safe. So if I come in to hit you and I get a couple of great shots off, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want you to hit me. I just put my chin on your shoulder.
But no one ever tolerates back of the head shots, do they? Is that a silly question for the referee to ask?
Well, I think the reason why you ask these sort of questions are that you want to remind him that we're thinking about them and that you're on it. I actually thought that Tommy would do that because he's done it in every fight. And they're relatively dirty. With all due respect, I mean, before I go into how I think their fights, first of all, I think John Fury's done a great thing with Tommy and with Tyson. They're both great men. They're good people. They're good guys. They're good men. And he's done a great job raising them. When it comes to their fighting, I think they fight a bit dirty. I think there are definitely back of the head shots. I think there are definitely elbows flying around. Did you see the Ngannou elbow?
KSI boxing coach Alexis stated that KSI dropped people in sparring.
In KSI, I didn't drop anyone in this camp in sparring just because how heavy everyone was.
Second?
KSI didn't drop anyone in sparring this time around in camp just because how heavy everyone was.
No, he dropped people.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, he went on impulsive like yesterday and he said he didn't drop anyone.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the rules. We try not to talk about. We will never name names. But yeah, I mean, he took loads of guys out.
Oh well, that's very humble, JJ, because Logan kind of pressed it on it. He went. I can't remember exactly what they said, so don't quote me on this. But he went. I think Logan was like, "Do you drop anyone in camp?" And KSI was like, "No." And Logan was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Oh, just everyone is just so much heavier than me." So he was dropping people then.
Well, I mean, yeah, the one thing I've got to say, and I don't know if JJ will say it, but he spars in 20-ounce gloves. He spars in 20s. He fights in 10s and spars in 20s.
I didn't know you can get 20-ounce gloves.
Yeah, they're made specially for him. He has to. He's a heavy hitter, and he punches like he's a super aggressive, fast, heavy hitter. So when you're sparring, it's not like, well, let's just do some light rounds. That doesn't happen in this gym. So there's always going to be someone that's going to get the wrong end of it. So everyone's wearing like metal bar headgear, 20-ounce gloves, and it's a proper fight.
KSI's boxing coach, Alexis, fires back at Tyson Fury's claim that Tommy Fury lacks the experience to go KSI.
No answer.
Yeah, Tommy had no answer for us, not because he's not a good boxer, and not because he doesn't have the experience. We didn't let him, we shut him down. We shut his jab down, we shut his footwork down, we shut all of his power punches down, and we shut his inside game down. So if anyone's saying that, even Tyson Fury said, he hasn't got the experience. Well, didn't he have the experience with Ngannou? He said Tommy didn't have the experience to land a knockout punch on Jake Paul or KSI. What about him? Doesn't he have the experience to land on Ngannou? I think you've got to give the other guy credit. I think people are discrediting people that are doing good jobs. And there is a lot of hate, and I get it. I understand the internet. I do get it. But JJ did a great job.
Logan Paul is the new WWE United States champion. Tempo Arts fought Chase Demore with a torn knee. Daz's crossover pound-for-pound list. Jarvis's physique 2 weeks ahead of boxing return. Yudi Gank called out Anesan Gibb. Waleed Sharks' sister consoles him after losing to Dean the Great.
Dean, there's 5 years. This motherfucker is my age. You know how many I've been through? The difference between me and you? من هلا يصير عمرك 24 سنة تدري شو صار بيك؟ تدري أنت وين راح تكون؟ So why are you crying? You didn't fall. You didn't lose anything. You stood like a soldier there for 5 rounds. You were killing him. In the 5th round, you were looking at me and laughing, and I saw you. And I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You have no idea. And I can't wait for you to fight more and more and more and learn more and grow more. Look at me. Look at me. This can whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. We don't give a and we're behind you.
OG Rose's physique ahead of his fight against Gabriel Silva. HS Tiki-Taki has revealed that he may be fighting in January and leaks Misfits event on January 20th. Antonio Brown calls out Logan Paul.
That's his biggest video, you realize that, right?
Which one?
The one he did the diss track.
So maybe you and Logan Paul should get in the ring.
Logan, send me my royalty check, bro.
Oh, would you be down to box him?
I don't get in the ring, I get in the bed.
In the bed?
Yeah, my boy will kill him. Watch
With
this.
Logan Paul?
Yo, we don't box, we just beat the box.
What does that mean?
My boy will shoot him for me.
Oh, shit, I get it. So Logan Paul, ain't no boxing, you gonna show up for the fight and just get popped.
Nah.
No?
We don't even hype up fights. If it's smoke, we just get rid of them.
Oh, shit. Get him out of here. Logan Paul, would he be hard to get rid of?
Come on, man.
You think
We catching her at a WWE match.
Anthony Taylor gives a message to OJ Rose, Ashley Raksu, and Gabriel Silva.
Look, this is a message to OJ Rose, Gabe Silva, Ashley Rat shit. Look, man, none of y'all can fuck with me. I'm the champ. I'm already in camp. I'll fight next week if I have to. None of y'all can fuck with me. My offense can't be touched. My hugging can't be stopped. My inside game is raw. So, y'all little motherfuckers battle it out for the #1 contender, but just know, can none of y'all fuck with me?
B. Dave called out Deji.
Deji's fucking the person's like, I like the mullet. Thanks, bro. Can I touch it? Yeah, come on. Oh, that's good. And then online he's like, feed it to Waste Man.
B-Dave?
Waste Man. Honestly.
I'm just gonna catch Deji out and just, you can fight that motherfucker.
I love Deji. I actually do love you, Deji.
I don't. Fuck you, Deji.
Arms Corleone speaks on his boxing rematch against Minicon.
Straight into it then, the rematch between you and Minicon. This happened last March, I believe, at Showstar event. And then we go running it back the second time in York Hall. How are you feeling about this fight?
I'm feeling more than great, man. I'm feeling ecstatic. I'm excited. More so because I'm looking forward to fighting. Just to fight. I don't really care about the noise. You know, it'll be good to run something back, because after the last fight, he was very convinced that he did win that, and his supporters or whatever were very convinced that he won. So it'd be nice to run it back and actually, you know what I mean, put him away and just knock it on the head with this whole, oh yeah, you know, I beat you. I was like, shut up, man, you didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Minicon compares himself to Arms Corleone ahead of their boxing rematch on November 17th. Minicon posted this on his Instagram.
You want a real heavyweight champion? Tavares must take off that heavyweight belt and turn himself in to the attempted murderer. Every day he doesn't, people will die. Starting November 17th. I'm a man of my word. Sorry, Jack. Minnie's back. Fuck Chase Demore.
Gabriel Silva is pictured training with Manny Pacquiao's son, Emmanuel. That's it. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more content coming soon.